Hi, my name's Ayla, and if you're watching this, this is probably the first video you've ever seen because I have like 5 subscribers, but if it isn't, then welcome back. I am gonna do this makeup look today. I found a girl on TikTok. Well, no. I was on Pinterest, saw a compilation of TikTok videos, and I saw this and I loved it. So I will put her TikTok handle down below so you can see how she did it. She's the first person I saw who did this, but obviously she may not be the first person to do this. So this is it. I hope you guys like the video. I'm still learning and trying to get things right, and I'm recording on a camera phone, so please forgive me. Yeah. Okay, so I put my jumbo eye pencil and milk on, and I recorded it, and then I got a phone call, and then it stopped recording. And I continued to do things, even though I probably shouldn't have. So I'm just gonna take this blue, and I'm just gonna put it like right over the white. And I'm gonna like okay. I'm just gonna keep building this up with this brush. And then I'm going to take a lighter blue, which is also in my Sugar Pill palette that I've had for a very long time. And I'm just gonna take a little fluffier brush, and I'm gonna take this light blue, which right this second I can't think of its name, but you know. I'm just gonna pack it over because I mean, like, ugh, I poked myself in the eye. I'm going to make the blue darker, but I kind of just want like a outline of what I'm gonna do, because I'm almost positive that people are gonna pay more attention to the blue than anything else. So I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth, lightly press down, because I kind of want it to be a little more blurry, like light, you know? Okay. So from here, I'm gonna go to the eye look, because the eye look I really don't think is going to be, because she just did this, but all the way around. But I just looked at that and I was like, that's such a pretty look. What if I like actually did eyeshadow with it though, because you know, I want to, really. There was no other reason. I just saw an opportunity to use blue, and I was like, and make lightning, which is something that I aspire to do one day. Now I'm just taking the light blue that I used to diffuse that, and I'm just kind of going over this outer part of my eye and then blending, and I'm holding at the end of the brush because it'll blend easier if you hold it at the end, putting less pressure on the brush. It's just, it does more work for me personally if I do it this way. I mean, you gotta teach yourself for sure, but you know, it's worth it because it's less work. So I'm just using this light blue And I'm being slightly sloppy here because once I put on like the actual face makeup, anything that's like super terrible isn't gonna be too hard to fix. Because that's the fun thing about makeup, right? It looks terrible until you actually, you know, use it. Until you actually get down and dirty with it. And you do things you don't think you have the ability to do. And then as soon as you do them, you're like, wow. And you never know. Like, I know I get a lot of looks sometimes when I walk around, when I do like makeup and I do something fun, and people kind of look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, yeah, I know. But it's fun. Every day you get to walk outside. You can be whatever you want to be. You can look however you want to look. That's the beauty of makeup. So I'm gonna use the same brush I used to pat the dark blue in. I'm just gonna go back in. This is called Velocity. I know that for a fact. Unless I'm wrong, in which case I guess I don't know for a fact, huh? I'm just gonna kind of press this in. I'm gonna blend it out with my other brush that's got the light blue on it. I'm just gonna kind of press this in. Doesn't gotta be perfect because we're going to blend. And I think I'm gonna just kind of take it down a little bit too, right there. I'm gonna take our fluffy brush that we were using before, and I'm just gonna kind of go over it really lightly so everything's nice and blended in. And then I'm gonna go back with the dark blue, and I'm gonna do another little coat of it. And I'm just gonna keep building up until I get the desired color that I want. I'm leaving my my lid blank right now because I don't know what I want to do. I have a train outside my house, if you're wondering what that noise is. So I added lots more blue. I'm gonna go back and just do one more, like, just to deepen some places up. A little more. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm just gonna kind of hold it at the end. This is a clean brush with nothing on it. And I'm just going over the edges of everything I just did. Well, on my eyes. I'll go to my face in a minute. Okay. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna kind of re-whiten, or I guess add more base, so that way whatever color I stick on top of this ends up being bright and nice and not that dark blue. I honestly thought this was a good brush for this, but I could be wrong. I have these nails on that make things a little more difficult. Okay. Now I think for the actual lid, she had like nothing on her lid, or maybe she just had like a skin tone or something on her lid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my face powder. No, I don't want to do that. I feel like I'm wasting. I do that. Okay, no, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that because we're gonna add glitter. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna kind of press this down over the white that I just stuck down. And and I'm going to start on the outer corner. I'm gonna take, again, I'm just gonna take my Sugar Pill palette that's super old, and I'm going to go in with the dark blue, and I'm just gonna tap it into the black once. And I'm just gonna kind of deepen that up just like a tiny bit darker. So that way, you know, there's a little definition before I start actually using paint. Okay. Oh, I drop something every time. I hear my son and my grandpa playing in the living room. So I'm just gonna go right back over this. I'm gonna go over everything with my brush that didn't have anything on it. Very lightly, like barely even touching. In fact, I think we'll just do this. Do some pats. Right there. I'm going to attempt to do my face makeup extremely sparingly, so that way I don't mess any of this up. I don't really need to put anything there, I normally do, but obviously I have a bunch of blue stuff there, so that's not gonna work. I'm gonna take an e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush, and I'm actually just kind of tap, because I want it to stay in like a very singular space, you know, we're working with here. This is the Tarte Glow Shape Tape Glow Wand in the shade Sunbeam. I use this a lot. I really like this. I don't wear like foundation all over my face normally, so I kind of like to, and I also can't, I mean, not that I can't, I don't like to color correct. I'm not someone who color corrects, so that makes things difficult with dark circles. So that's why I always use that. I think it's like a Huda beauty thing. I saw her do it. She puts it all over her face. I only put it in places where like I feel like I might need it. I also probably should do this forehead. Just a little bit on the forehead, because girl's got a forehead. So I'm just gonna go. Oh God, that's way darker than I meant it to be. This is the Ulta Moisturizing Foundation Stick in the shade Tan Cool. And the thing I'm using is the Blendiful by Tati Beauty, if you're wondering. I want it to kind of be a little darker than I normally go, because, I mean, not that it's gotta somewhat hold its own against this eye makeup. Like, it's gotta look like I have something on, because I don't want it to look like I have absolutely nothing on. Also, my lighting in here is not great, so this looks darker than this side, but I promise they're the same in the mirror. They may not actually be the same, but they look the same in the mirror, so we're gonna hope and pray that they are. This is like the little mini Blendiful. I actually bought this when I bought her palette, and she says you should replace them. I have not ever replaced mine. I've only ever washed it, so there's that. But I was planning on buying another one if she ever releases anything else in the way of makeup, but she has not yet, so that hasn't happened. Okay. Now I'm going to use the Apple Balm foundation in the shade light 024 or light 24. And I'm just gonna kind of press this in the areas I want it before I blend it out. So again, I can kind of control the trajectory here of it. And also, I don't contour my nose with contour powder or anything, but I have like a decent amount of freckles. So for me to contour, I just go down the sides of my nose with some foundation or concealer. And then I go right on top of my nose, very lightly. Like, you don't have to do a lot, just a little very light amount. And your freckles, because you already have the natural darkness there, will help contour your nose without having to add more darkness. Because I find, personally, that when I tried to contour my nose with my freckles, it always ends up looking like shit. Like, unless I have a full face of, like, makeup on from, like, get-go. Like, if I have everything covered, it looks great because there's no darkness. But because I have freckles, and I'm not someone who, like, really, I mean, I wear a lot of makeup, but I don't wear a lot of face makeup, like, in the sense all over my face, because it's hot and itchy. Then it ends up looking like shit because I made it look like shit from touching my face. And then I do light amount of powder too. Like, I don't like a lot of powder on my face. I kind of just want stuff to be as set as it needs to be without doing too much. All right, so now we're at this part where I think I need to start doing the lightening. So yeah, we'll do blush. We'll get the blush done and then we'll go on the lightening. Okay, so the blush I've been using a lot lately, or since I got it in BoxyCharm. I don't know if I picked it or if it was like something I bought from like a pop-up or something, but it's the shade Deep Throat by Orgasm, which I have owned in the past, and I used it all up, and because I love it, because it's perfect. For me, it's exactly what I'm looking for in a blush. Okay, so I did like touch the sides of the blue with the blush, but that's not a big deal because I need blush mainly. So I'm gonna go right here where the blue is starting to kind of get lost. And right here, once again, where the blue is starting to get lost. And I'm gonna go in with Mayron. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go in with the Mayron. This is making a pink instead of a white. Great. I'm just gonna kind of go as organically down as I can. Ugh. I think I'm gonna add some glitter too, because why not? Why not add glitter? I mean, I feel like glitter can save stuff. And also, kind of take stuff to the next level. moves. Sorry. Okay. Now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna just try to paint little lines. Ooh, do I like that? I don't know. I don't like this, so I'm gonna fix this with some water because that's the easiest way to get this paint off. I'm just gonna kind of thin it out a little bit because it's too thick. And then I'm just gonna add some blue underneath it and then go back over it with white. That's what I get. Okay. Okay. So it obviously is going to look darker where I have the white already. All right, and I also think I might do some out here because okay. Now I'm going to go and just kind of take the blue and kind of darken up some spots that I feel like maybe need to be a little darker. I got like a little white spot that's got nothing. It's kind of just shader and then go back over. So she's kind of got her own like little ray of light because every thing and everybody deserves a little ray of light. though I may have messed up. Good enough. Bam, I like it. Okay, sweet. My brows and my lashes. I don't think I'm gonna do anything on the bottom lashes, except for maybe some like white eyeliner. But, and for my eyebrows, I just used some Pears translucent soap, spiked them up, and then I used a brow gel by Trizique because it's like the color of my natural hair. So I don't know, I like it. It's easy peasy. So now the next thing I think I'm going to do is maybe add a little bit of glitter. With a smaller brush. Maybe even something like this. So I got this little flat guy, and I'm gonna take Aura from the Tati Beauty palette, and we're gonna see how this works. If it works in my favor or not. So I'm just gonna kind of you know what? Actually, I'm not a fan. Usually, I love glitter on everything, but I'm not totally in love with the glitter. So I'm just gonna kind of scrape as much of it off as I can, and then I'm gonna go back in and just cover the glitter up with some white paint. That may not work. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of water and just take some of that off. And then I'm gonna take the brush that I use that has the blue on it, or you know, just maybe take some of the blue itself from my Sugar Pill palette. And pop it like very lightly just to the sides. Okay, and then I'm going to blend it out with my big fluffy brush, and we're just going to kind of go to the sides and blend it a little bit so it's there, but it's not like aggressive. All right, sweet. I'm going to take a little bit of glitter and put it on the inner corner of my eye because I want a little glitter. I do. I can't help it. I need a little bit of glitter. It's a problem, I think. Before I do that, I'm gonna take my NYX Jumbo pencil and milk, and I'm gonna do it in the camera. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my paintbrush one more time, and I'm just gonna try to connect as closely to my lash line as I possibly can. And now I'm going to take this Dominique Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Crush. And I'm gonna just line my lips like I normally would. And I'm going to take a little bit of a lip gloss. This is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Sailor Moon. It's just a pretty pink kind of my skin but better gloss. And I think I said I was going to do glitter, so we're going to do that in the inner corner, just to have everything kind of be as extra as possible, right? So I'm going to take the same shade of glitter I tried to use before. Okay, lightly just dab it in the corner, just so it kind of hits the light, but isn't like, and fuck it. We're going to go super glitter on the inner corner. Okay. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. And if you want to keep up with me or anything, you can follow my TikTok or my Instagram with the same name, ALOV Storm. Thanks, bye.